Hey guys, how's it going? It's your boy M.K.S here, back here with part 2 of this strange idea I have called 1, 2, or for 1, or share, or like for like, which is probably a better way of explaining it. I thought I'd get round to, I had so many ideas in my mind, or I do have so many ideas in my mind still for today, but I thought I would get round to getting back to part 2 of this, as it's the 9th today, and mainly think of like paperworks. The number 9 reminds me of paperwork because it reminds me of backward P. But yeah, so I hope this all makes sense. And if you, as ever, if you do have any questions, comments, or anything else you want to post, please feel free to post such in the comment section. It must be warm because I'm down to a t-shirt. So I hope you like this one. Anyway, as ever, please let me know what you think. I can't really think of much else to say for the intro, which is probably for the best. Otherwise, I do waffle on. But otherwise, it does go on too long. But there's probably something I forgot to say, so I hope not. But anyway, here goes. So number 11, probably my favorite idea amongst all these maybe is that for each line I get to write, I wish to share a line for, say, if mosques or Muslim organizations help me, it would be a line from the Quran, or like a verse or a scripture, or well, whatever the Islamic text basically. I don't know if that's called scripture as well, but whatever they call it. I know Christians call it scripture, but again, similar for churches or any other religion, I want to do it as fairly as possible, which I think is a fair as possible deal, and say that for each line I get to write, I would share, say for instance, a line or verse or quote or scripture from the Bible, which the churches might help me to. So maybe a mosque or a church or any other religious group or any other group, generally business or political party or whatever, might give me a room or an office to write in. And they might say, in order for us to help you write this information or these ideas that you have to write a verse or quote or something in your notebook or whatever you're writing, so that it's in there. I think that's pretty cool. That would be pretty cool. And also, like, I would have to have a record of, let's say, to make it as fair as possible, any spiritual, religious, political, or business organization or any individual who helps me with my writing. For each line they help me to write. Now, obviously, to know how many lines I get to write, if I'm going to do it that way, I would have to have some sort of record of such, whether that's a picture or pictures, even in the plural, or recording or whatever else that shows that I've written that much. And then somehow I'd have to count it, or someone would have to count it, and then they would be able to say, like, you should share this much. So a mosque or a church or any other religious or spiritual organization or business or political party or even individual who wants me to do so would have to say how much they've helped me to write, how many lines, so that I can. Some of you probably think I have different lines, but I don't take drugs, believe it or not. But on a serious note, but yeah, if I did it in terms of like if they gave me a room or an office or something to write, then for each line I got to write, or each sentence I got to write, obviously afterwards they could say I would write a different scripture that maybe they could choose for me to write for each line I get to write. I think that's pretty cool, and that would be pretty cool. I'd be really happy with that. Even a grumpy old git like me would be happy with that, or grumpy middle-aged git who feels like I'm getting old, just over middle age. Anyway, moving on, number 12. But at the same time, anyone who helps me with any of my goals, if we sat down and said it's the most if we sat down and made the most fair deal possible. So if any individual poet, artist, writer, or whoever has information or things they want me to share, whether it's their books, their art, their poetry, or whatever else, in the fairest way possible, I would share such information, obviously, for each thing that they help me with. And that could be like any of my 5 causes, which I often talk about. I won't go into too much detail in this video, but I've talked before about those 5 causes, or any of my goals. If they sit down and help me with those goals and causes, then I do the best to share information that they want me to share in the fairest way possible. It could be even like give me food or drink. So if a mosque or a church gave me food or drink or whatever, so anything they do for me, basically, I would return the favor as best as I can. It could be sharing information that they want me to share. Number 13, I often think of a really negative thought. I'm quite pessimistic about life, I've got to admit, unfortunately, although this video has helped me to be a bit happy by explaining those goals and those dreams of mine, it does make me feel happier to make videos and stuff like that. Although sometimes I do worry whether people will enjoy them or whatever, or have a negative voice in my mind. But sometimes I do worry if it would be better if there was no God, because then there wouldn't have to be hell, there wouldn't be so many punishments, there wouldn't be so many rules, laws, and all that. You wouldn't have to worship or call God Lord, or things like have to believe in certain things or do certain things. You'd be able to do more of what you want to do. One less master, one less boss to have to serve and whatnot. But yeah, I suppose that's a shame. But yeah, number 14. On that note, I was going to say that in point number 13, but I thought normally I like to include a negative, which I did. But for number 14, I'll say, on that note, God could prove me wrong and say it is good that He exists by helping me with my plans, helping me with my work, and showing that He can help me to achieve great things and achieve more than I thought possible. Number 15, I know I've gone a bit off topic in terms of Black empowerment and dyslexic empowerment, but again, that could be part of the goals. And like, I think the Black and stroke or dyslexic community, respectively, or communities, should well, I suppose they should do what they want to do. I don't want to force them to do anything they don't want to, but maybe they should believe in whatever religion helps them with their goals as well. And in my case, I'd say, sorry, I think I'm recovering from a cold or flu. I feel a fair bit better. My nose is not as running as it was. In fact, it's not. I don't speak too soon, but it's not running quite yet. But it does feel a lot better. But I still feel a bit clogged up. But also workmen next door, so I hope you can hear me. Workmen are working next door, but I hope you can hear me. But yeah, anyone who helps, sticking to the theme of Black empowerment and dyslexic empowerment, or two themes, anyone who helps me with those goals and says, let's say a church or whichever religion or spiritual group or whoever says, we helped you with these goals, we helped you with this writing, or it could be, although I'm obsessed with the writing, it could be something else. They said the whole point of that writing should be surely about the goals. So whoever helps me with any of my goals, including to empower Black and stroke or dyslexic people, will say for October especially, I hope to share information that they want me to share. It could be business cards, websites, flyers, leaflets, information about their business, political party, religion, spiritual stuff, or whatever else people want me to share. So anyone who wants to be part of that deal, or any group who wants to be part of that deal, I hope to make the fairest deal possible. Number 16, I partly struggle to believe in it, but I do think the more I think about it, the more I think the deal would be very fair. Like, I think if I shared Bibles or whatever else without getting support, I'd feel like I'm being taken advantage of. Whereas if I share it to say thank you for supporting me, it would feel more genuine and it would feel like something that is the right thing to do, so to speak. But I want to make it fair to all religions, all businesses, political parties, or whatever, although I do have that bias towards libertarianism. Even if socialists, communists, Labour Party, Conservative Party, Tories, or whatever you call them, Republicans, Democrats, or whoever else support, or any political party around the world supporting my goals and dreams, and so that I'd hope to return the favour in the fairest possible way. Number 17, it's hard for me to imagine it, but it would be pretty cool. I hope it can exceed my imaginations. I hope people will get involved in businesses and organisations and support my plans, so that I would feel right in supporting, in sharing things. Like, I often include, as I say, Islam and Christianity, because both of those religions are the main religions that talk about converting people and things like that. So I think it would only be fair. So that's why I focus on those. So if they want me to share information, I think it's only fair that they should help me with some sort of goal, whether that's, let's say, one of my 5 causes or any other goal I have, supporting the Black community, supporting the dyslexic community, supporting both, or supporting my writing or my YouTube channel or whatever else. In which case, I suppose anyone's free. I normally say anyone's free to post anything they want, but if you're religious and you stumble across these videos, you're free to post things about your religion, like spiritual or religious or whatever, and that kind of thing. But yeah, anyone who supports me on my goals. So I suppose obviously you'd be giving me views and commenting on my channel, so that would obviously be something that I think is worth giving you that space to run, because we get a mutual benefit. That's what I'm looking for. I suppose it's a mutual and fair benefit, or fair deal, or whatever. Hopefully a mutual benefit from a fair deal, I suppose. Number 18, this, as I often say, this makes me feel a lot better. I do repeat myself, I know, and I did talk about this before, but I thought I'd come back to it because it's one of my main ideas. Number 19, also software development, if they help Indigenous, African, African, or Australasians in software development, or STEM generally. Again, that's another goal. Any sort of goals I have and then they let me know about it, or anyone lets me know about it, I hope to return the favour and share if you want me to share. And number 20, also if they help young people. Anyway, I'm out. Peace out.